Hey, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Honky Tonk Happy Hour. I hope you're doing all right. As I mentioned in my Facebook posts to promote these things, it's been a bit of a shit week. Probably a little bit more for my sweetheart Joe than me, but a good friend of ours had an awful accident that he's recovering from, but we still don't really have any idea of how well he's going to come out of it. And then today we learned that there's been death in Joe's family too. So it's just been kind of a shitty week all around, and but that's kind of I guess what these things are about in some respect. These little get-togethers we have. I'm sure you've all been going through some trying times. Even with just everyone going through the pandemic, people suffering from being out of work, and whatnot. It's and not to mention the politics that's been going on for the past 4 years. So it's a rough time period. I'm not sure in my lifetime that I've ever gone through an era where things are rough. I mean, I'm getting older now, so death enters your life a little bit more than it seems to when you're young. But anyway, so I thought it'd be a somewhat cathartic experience to just play a bunch of really depressing songs to get us all through this. Thank you guys for your sympathy, and I promise I won't spend the whole evening being such a downer. This is one I wrote, and it is as yet unreleased. It's called "If I Were Strong Enough." If I were strong enough, if I were strong enough, I would raise this big ass down, put it down on firmer ground. But I don't know if I'll pass this way again. If I were tall enough, if I were tall enough, I would reach these two arms out. I could see above these clouds, but it don't look like I'll pass this way again. Better men than me have been lost at sea. Some just drift and drown. Some like what they found. If I were smart enough, if I were smart enough, I was rusty crown ain't more use to me now, and this watch is only right 2 times a day. A better man than me have been lost at sea. Some just drift and drown, but some like what they found. If I were someone else, if I were someone else, then maybe you might not have needed someone else. All right. I should mention before we go too much further that for some reason, with increasing frequency, Joe and I have had difficulty with our internet connection, and so there is a strong possibility that I will suddenly freeze and disappear. That's a poetic way of putting it, I guess. But fingers crossed, we'll get through an hour with it without it failing on us. We had a repairman out today who basically said, what you need to do is buy more expensive equipment. So that's what I did, but I'm waiting on delivery of it. So if I'm suddenly gone, then I'm suddenly gone. That's the way it's going to be today. Here's a John D. Graham song that the Waco Brothers recorded. You say you're an orphan, well I'm an orphan too. You say you're on your own, well I'm on my own too. If you need some help to see you through, stand next to me and I'll stand next to you. It could be alright, it could be alright. I will be your brother for tonight. You have no mother, your mother's gone. You have no father, your father's gone. What about your brother, your sister, to see you through? We all need a brother, a sister to see us through. It could be alright, it could be alright. I will be your brother for tonight. It could be alright, it could be alright. I'll be your Waco brother for tonight. That's off our, I guess not our latest album. I guess our latest album is Resist, but it's a compilation album, so it kind of doesn't count. So that's off Going Down in History. Great song by the wonderful John D. Graham. Very moving. I'm going to play a Hank Williams song for you now, it being the Honky Tonk Happy Hour and all. I've rearranged my room that I do this in, and I seem to have found the perfect distance so that I can't read the lyrics on the screen either with my glasses or without my glasses. So, there's a lot of lyrics to this song comparative to others, so I'm going to see if maybe I can, I think maybe that'll work. All right, Hank Williams, the great Hank Williams. Now you're looking at a man that's getting kind of mad. I had a lot of luck, but it's all been bad. No matter how I struggle and strive, I'll never get out of this world alive. Well, my fishing pole broke, my creek is full of sand. My woman ran away with another man. No matter how I struggle and strive, I'll never get out of distant uncle passed away, and he left me quite a batch. I was living high till the fatal day. A lawyer proved I wasn't born, I was only hatched. Everything's against me and I get down. I jumped into the river, I would probably drown. No matter how I struggle and strive, I'll never get out of this world alive. I can't read these lyrics. Well, these shabby shoes I'm wearing all the time are full of holes and nails. And brother, if I stepped on a worn out dime, I bet a nickel I could tell you if it's heads or tails. I'm not gonna worry wrinkles in my brow, 'cause nothing's gonna go right no how. No matter how I struggle and strive, I'll never get out of this world alive. No matter how I struggle and strive, I'll never get out of this world alive. Truer words have never been said. Hank Williams, one of the greats. Let's see. So my other lyrics that I have for these other songs that I don't play very often are a little larger. So continuing down our depressing highway, this is a George Jones recorded tune written by Peanut Montgomery, who wrote a lot of songs for George. Let's see here. It's called Where Grass Won't Grow. The dirt was clay and was the color of the blood in me. A 12-acre farm on a ridge in southern Tennessee. We left our sweat all over that land beyond a mule we watched grow old. Row after row, trying to grow corn and cotton on ground so poor that grass won't grow. There was one old store in the holler we all called town. It belonged to a gentle old man named Henry Brown. He gave us credit in the winter time so we could live through the cold. When the wind brought snow, trying to grow corn and cotton on ground so poor the grass won't grow. The one I loved walked through those fields with me. She was a hard-working woman, true as one could be. Then one year death was going round and swiftly took its toll. Janie had to go. Now she lies asleep underground so poor that grass won't grow. As I stand over here looking over this part of Tennessee, the fields are bare as far as the eye can see. And over the grave where Janie lies, there's a beautiful sight to behold. And no one knows Why there's flowers blooming on ground so poor that grass won't grow. That song modulates for each verse. So modulating, for those of you who don't play an instrument, means you change keys, you change the spectrum in which the notes fall with each verse. And I managed to not be able to play that chord pattern quite right in each one of those shifting verses. But beautiful song there. I'm gonna do some more covers before getting back to my thing. I played this a while back on my Coffee and a Song show. This is a wonderful song written by my good friends, the Handsome Family. Some of my favorite songwriters. Rennie, probably one of my favorite lyricists. It's called In the Air. I am afraid of bridges. Sometimes I have to turn around. When I'm driving towards one, my heart begins to pound. Last night at the bridge to Johnsburg, I swerved down a dead-end street. I sat there shaking in an empty lot full of broken glass and weeds. Then past me in the darkness ran 4 wild dogs, leaping over abandoned tires high into the air. In the air, in the air, someday I will live in the air. In the air, in the air, someday I will live in the air. Once I loved a girl named Joan whose skin smelled like falling snow. One day she drove us off a load into a dead field of corn. She laughed and hit the gas as we bounced across the road. But I held onto the dashboard with my eyes tightly closed. Those wild dogs brought back that smell of falling snow. And the girl who lives in Johnsburg across a bridge I cannot cross. In the air, in the air, someday I will live in the air. In the air, in the air, someday I will live in the air. The Handsome Family. Before those guys moved to Albuquerque, Waco's did tons of gigs with them in the early days, and it was always a blast. I mean, not only do they write great songs, but they have a amazing. If you've never seen them live, they have a pretty amazing back and forth as a couple on stage. It's pretty damn entertaining. Buy their records. They actually make a living doing this stuff. I'm only about a third of the way there. Maybe once I can get out and play gigs again, I'll get halfway there. Here's a song recorded by Ray Price that I did on my recent Ray Price show. It's called I'm Tired. Standing on the corner of a busy street, looking for your face in every crowd I see, checking every honky tonk in this town, trying to find the places that you hang around. Oh Lord, I'm tired, tired of living this way. I've been waiting on you, baby, every night and day, wondering if your love will ever come my way. But times are running out and I'm a-slowing down, tired of being just another hang-around. Oh, Lord, I'm tired, tired of living this way. There ain't no happiness in anything I do. I find myself so lonely when I'm not with you. What makes you just the kind of girl a guy will love? You got so many others that you're thinking of. Oh Lord, I'm tired, tired of living this way. Oh Lord, I'm tired, tired of living this way. All right. The great Ray Price. What am I drinking today? Whoa. Just dropped my coaster. This pink beverage is Texas Ruby Red grapefruit juice and vodka. There's a little bit of orange juice in there just because I had an orange that I'd been using for zest that I didn't want to go to waste. So, a couple things about this drink, which is about as simple as drinks get. One, we have just entered Texas Ruby Red grapefruit season. And for those of you who might not know this, it's a different variety of ruby red grapefruit that grows in the Rio Grande Valley in Texas, and they're a little sweeter and more flavorful than the varieties that you get from Florida or California. But it's a short season, and it kind of runs about now through January or so. So when you're in that produce section in your supermarket, if you're so inclined, look at those little stickers on the grapefruit, and if it says they come from Texas, you know you got the good stuff. They also, most stores will have bags of the Texas ones that are usually about $6, and you get, I don't know, 7 or 8 smaller grapefruits in them. Delicious fruit. Second point I wanted to make about this drink is vodka, okay? Those of you who are spending a lot of money on vodka, in my opinion, are wasting your money. And I wouldn't say that about just about any other beverage. But there's nothing about making vodka that makes it expensive. The ingredients aren't expensive. It doesn't get aged. There are no barrels involved. There's no reason it should be expensive. Now, I wouldn't go below a certain amount, a certain dollar amount, because then you start to get into strange, kind of antifreeze-like territory. But you can buy the vodka that's in my drink right now is Tanqueray Sterling vodka, which I normally wouldn't buy, but for some reason, it's constantly available in the Wisconsin market for $9.99 a bottle. And, you know, it's Tanqueray. It's not going to be bad, certainly. When I'm not buying that cheap stuff because it's on sale, I like the Polish brands, Sobieski in particular. I do think rye vodka has a little bit more flavor and is a little bit more interesting than vodka made with potatoes. So I do prefer the rye vodkas. Tito's I give a thumbs down to because it's made from corn, which I don't think is a grain that vodka should be made from. And much like you can taste the sweetness of corn, the corn that's in Miller products, I feel like you can taste the sweetness of the corn in Tito's. So I'm not a fan, although I know plenty of you are. But also it's too expensive for vodka. So there, vodka and Texas Ruby Red grapefruit juice. Also, if you like something that has more flavor, it certainly wouldn't hurt to put tequila in this rather than vodka. All right, there's my little beverage lesson for today. Okay, normally I capo to do this song a little bit higher, but I don't see a capo around me, so I'm not gonna capo. I'm gonna sing it a little lower. This is off my latest album, Kill the Truth. A fainter smile I've never seen. The waterline is low, holding on to a technicolor past, and I just can't let you go. I just can't let you go. When I was a young boy, the water was clear. You could see right down to the floor. Even though I now know that there's nothing so clean, I just can't let you go. I just can't let you go. I just can't let you go. The story, the way it was told, the history that I was sold, I just can't let you go. The flags, the fireworks, the chrome and the steel dress up a darkness that's getting hard to ignore. But I grew up fed wonder, bread and dreams, and I just can't let it go. No, I just can't let it go. I just can't let you go. The story, the way it was told, the history that I was sold, I just can't let you go. I just can't let you go. No, I just can't let you go. Just can't let you go. Off of the Ramblin' Deano CD, Kill the Truth. I've only got about 10, 11 songs written down here. So I'm well through them, and it's only 5:30, so might be a short one, or I may get inspired at the end and play some more. I don't know. Cheers, everybody. This is another unreleased one. This is called Use Caution. Very appropriately, it's a cautionary tale about taking relationships for granted. Use caution, tread lightly. Conditions change nightly. You might find yourself looking up from the floor. Speak softly, go gently. Magic disappears so quickly. Magic disappears just like smoke. You'll never know. You never know your world can stop and turn on a dime. You never know. You never know when you might run out of borrowed time. You'll never know. Beyond a certain point, you just can't clean off the dirt. Beyond a certain point, beyond a certain point, you're in for a world of hurt. Use caution, tread lightly. Conditions change nightly. You might find yourself looking up from the floor. Ooh, yeah. Use caution. Sound advice, I'd say. All right, what else do I have here? So, this is one I've played a few times recently that I've talked a bit about it being inspired by some of Joe's relatives, and it turns out that strange East Texas branch of her family is the one kind of going through this tragic death at the moment. So this one kind of came to mind. Merlin. People say the woman is half crazy, with her snuff, her cola, and Jim Beam. No one knows who really pulled the trigger. I got my mind set on Merlin. Got my mind set on Merlin. A tank of gasoline to keep me moving, to keep me warm, a can of kerosene. But when there's nothing left to burn but alcohol, I got my mind set on Merlin. Got my mind set on Merlin. So I leave the old world in ruin, all lit up like an oil refinery. In my head there's a beautiful somewhere. I got my mind set on Merlin. Got my mind set on Merlin. Got my mind set on Merlin. Merlin. I enjoy getting all Harry Nilsson. Everybody's talking at me at the end of that one. So indulge me. Trish, we haven't settled on final spelling of Merlin for the song, but it'll probably be the spelling of Joe's actual relative's name, which I wanted to say it was. It was a U, it was M-U-R-R-L, but it might have been I-N-E, but I always forget. I don't know. All right. I'm going to do a song that, I don't know, probably shouldn't be humorous, but I guess it is. So back when the Waco Brothers did a lot more touring, we, did what all bands do, and we brought mixtapes along with us. And somebody had made John a mixtape of all these kind of humorous country songs, and this was one of those. And we ended up covering this for the early years of the Waco Brothers. And it is written by a guy named Homer Henderson, who's a Dallas native. And I got a chance to see Homer Henderson. He recorded this in the 80s, and he's a classic kind of Texas eccentric, sort of fit in with the fringes of the punk rock scene because he was a little rough around the edges for the country scene. Now, when he does perform, he performs as a one-man band, and he's great. It's like a bass drum, snare drum, and that he operates with his feet, obviously, and he plays a pretty wicked-sounding Telecaster. But he's always been a little coy about whether this song was completely serious or how much truth there is in it, but it's called Lee Harvey Was a Friend of Mine. And he does make it pretty clear that he did grow up near Lee Harvey Oswald in Dallas. So, and it goes something like this. I was born in Dallas in 1952. Lee Harvey moved across the street on Bentley Avenue. He used to throw the ball to me when I was just a kid. They say he shot the president. I don't think he did. And Lee Harvey was a friend of mine. He used to take me fishing all the time. He used to throw the ball to me when I was just a kid. They say he shot the president, but I don't think he did. I've seen them pictures of him with the family and a gun. Shadows were pointing every which way, but there's only just one son. Someone faked those photos, then run away and hid. They say he shot the president. I don't think he did. And Lee Harvey was a friend of mine. He used to take me fishing all the time. He used to throw the ball to me when I was just a kid. They say he shot the president, but I don't think he did. Well, I seen it on the TV when Lee Harvey got gunned down. Murdered by Jack Ruby, the biggest sleaze in town. He stuck a gun into his ribs, said, "Here's looking at you, kid." Ruby killed Lee Harvey, TV proved he did. And Lee Harvey was a friend of mine. He used to take me fishing all the time. He used to throw the ball to me when I was just a kid. They say he shot the president. I don't think he did. And Lee Harvey was a friend of mine. So, pretty fun piece of songwriting there. All right, that was the end of everything on my list, and I can't have a happy hour that's only 45 minutes long. So I guess I'm gonna have to go into what in the Waco Brothers we call cabaret showtime. I'm going to play a song about George that I wrote about George Jones, called George Walked with Jesus. The beauty and the pain, born in Saratoga, in the swamps, in the pines, not far from Louisiana. All along the Ghost Road before he became a big ticket, George walked with Jesus out in the big thicket. The lights of Saratoga that no one can explain, a voice that came from nowhere and everywhere it seemed. Saturday nights in Beaumont, playing music for the wicked wicked. Sundays with Jesus out in the big thicket. You can't make enough to fill your cup, cutting down those big old pines. But you make a pretty penny in the blood buckets at night. Love and pain in my vein, ain't no way for me to kick it. It's when George walked with Jesus out in the big thicket. The lights of Saratoga that no one can explain. A voice that came from nowhere and everywhere it seemed. Saturday nights in Beaumont, playing music for the wicked. Sundays with Jesus out in the big thicket. That's why George walked with Jesus out in the big thicket. All right, playing lots of unreleased stuff tonight. That's kind of fun. Bill requests Dry Land. I can play that, I think. Got to make this little bit of a drink last for another 12 minutes before the show is over. Dry land after 3 months at sea. Dry land never looked so good to me. He used to ask me my opinions. He used to wonder what I thought. Have you come to some decision that you ain't told me about? Wasted, or as close as I can be. Dry land never looked so good to me. High ground never gave you your kind of truth. There's always someone higher up than you. You never used to pull your punches, but now you water it down. Have you come to some decision that you ain't told me about? Wasted, or as close as I can be. Dry land. Thanks, Bill. I can probably use some suggestions. Barry, I can't do Revolution Blues because I know about a third of the lyrics because I don't sing lead on it, so I've never took the time to memorize all the things that John is singing on that. I want to do something I've been playing a bunch lately, so I'm sorry that well, I don't know. I mean, I've really only played it once or twice, maybe only once. I don't know, but I like it so much. Again, I normally play this capoed up, and so it's going to be a little lower. Bill Monroe and Peter Rowan song. The wind is blowing across the mountains, and out on that valley way below, it sweeps the grave of my darling. When I die, that's where I wanna go. Lord, send the angels for my darling and take her to that home on high. I'll wait my time out here on earth, love, and come to you when I die. Our names are carved upon the tombstones. I promise you before you die, our love will bloom forever, darling. And when we rest side by side, don't send the angels for my darling and take her to that home on high. I'll wait my time out here on earth, love, and come to you when I die. I hear a voice out in the darkness. It moans and whispers through the pines. I know it's my sweetheart calling. I hear her through the walls of time. Don't send the angels for my darling and take her to that home on high. I'll wait my time out here on earth, love, and come to you when I die. And come to you when I die. Yeah, Barry, it's funny. Peter Rowan, I had always, Barry comments that Peter Rowan is Grateful Dead adjacent. And, of course, I know that Jerry Garcia was really into bluegrass and did Olden in the Way and all that stuff. And so I never really, I always thought of Peter Rowan as just this hippie bluegrass guy. And it was only recently that I found out that he was actually a member of Bill Monroe's Bluegrass Boys and wrote that song with Bill Monroe. So, you know, he went up many notches in my book. Not that it's not cool that he is a hippie bluegrass guy, but you know, we certainly always respect the real authentic guys. Oh, what should I do to close things out here? I should mention that you know, prior to all the crap that came down on us this week, this is, I guess, the first show that I've done, I think, since the election results. Maybe not. I don't know. I can't even, it's all such a blur to me now. But I am happy that everything's going to move in a little different direction now. And I already find myself not being quite as obsessed with the news and just paying attention to other things. So that's pretty cool. It's already been an improvement, and you know, we'll see if Trump can manage to make these last couple months he has in the office as chaotic and crappy as he's tried to make them so far. But it's 2 months. Which seems short in the span of you know, the 4 years we just went through. So all right, here's another one I've played recently. And I'm gonna play it again just because the lyrics happen to be floating around on my lyric stand here. Played this one on Sunday, and much like the last one, but you know, honky tonk. You go see a honky tonk band in a club, they're gonna play some of the same songs every time you see them. So that's the concept here. Is you're gonna get repeats. Kiss me, mother, kiss your darling. Lay your head upon your breast. Throw your loving arms around me. I am weary, let me rest. Seems the light is swiftly fading. Brighter scenes they do now show. I am standing by the river. Angels wait to take me home. Kiss me, mother, kiss your darling. See the pain upon my brow, while I'll soon be with the angels. Fate has doomed my future now. Through the years, you've always loved me, and my life you've tried to save. But now I shall slumber sweetly in a deep and lonely grave. Kiss me, mother, kiss your darling. Lay my head upon your breast. Throw your loving arms I am weary, let me rest. I am weary, let me rest. The Cox family, great bluegrass performers. I'm going to play one more for you. Get into the bonus round here. One with a little humor. This is a song off the first Ramblin' Deano release. America's favorite folk singer. One of the few really the only non-political song on the album, and you've probably heard me tell the story before, but this is about a grade school friend named Danny, who invited me over to build a spaceship in his basement. And I used that to just kind of paint a picture of 1970s Muskego, Wisconsin, working class Muskego, Wisconsin. Danny's dad hung drywall, and he drank red, white, and blue. He still had a DA in 1982. 1982, 1982. His mom read People magazine, her hair was platinum blonde, cookies in the oven, TV always on, TV always on, TV always on. Danny built a spaceship in the basement, and his parents called him crazy, but no one ever saw him again. The only records in their home, as far as I could tell, were Styx, The Grand Illusion, and Meatloaf, Bat Out of Hell. Meatloaf, Bat Out of Hell. Meatloaf, Bat Out of Hell. Danny tried to teach me how the spaceship would fly. Pull this lever to slow down. Pull this one and you'll die. This one and you'll die. This one and you'll die. Danny built a spaceship in the basement out of sticks and corrugated, but no one ever saw him again. Danny and I drifted apart like there it is. I forgot the lyrics. I haven't played this in ages. Danny and I drifted apart like kids do as they grow. I wonder what he's doing now, but I'm pretty sure I know. Pretty sure I know. Pretty sure I know. Hey, thank you for joining me today. Thank you for bringing me some cheer. You know, it's really not me that's hit the hardest by all this. These are really kind of Joe connections more than mine. Although the friend that we had that had an accident, had become a friend of mine as well while living in Austin. So that hurts, and I really feel for them. And but this helps. And I'll see you here on Sunday as well. And as always, stay healthy, stay sane, stay safe, stay home if you can. I love you all, and I'll see you on Sunday. Have a great night. Have a drink.